Hey everybody. Yes, I am still kicking. Not very high, but I am still kicking. And I am starting my videos back again. It has been a whirlwind of a year since I have been on here. I don't know exactly when my last video was. I did share some videos of my husband singing, but I didn't get on there and visit with y'all any. But this is Sonia's, I don't even remember the name of my channel. Sonia's Creations or Sonia's Memory Quilts. I can't remember. I have to go back and look. But it is a lifestyle channel. I do budgeting here, sewing. I teach different things that I do in my sewing business. I may do a cooking video. I've done some of those. And just, you know, whatever I think might be useful to someone, that's what I will put on YouTube. But my name is Sonia, and I do budget. And even though I've not been on here for a year, rest assured that I have budgeted my money every payday. Any income that's come in has been budgeted down to the penny. But about a year ago, my sister, I decided to get out of the store business. And so, let me readjust this a little bit. I got out of the store business because I just prefer to sew at home. That's just, I like the quietness of my shop at the house. I have got a TV out here. I can listen to music, and I'm just in my own world and my own thoughts. And nobody cares how big of a mess I make out here in the shop. I don't guess they cared at the store either, but I tend to be a little messy. I'm the kind of seamstress that goes from one project straight to the next. And I need to be like a beautician that sweeps up the hair off the floor before they start another haircut, but I don't do that. I need to. And I really want to get my shop really organized down to where I can lay my hands on anything. I've been looking for a pair of these scissors in here for weeks. I've got two brand new pair of these applique scissors in this shop somewhere, and I have no idea where I put them. But anyway, today we are going to do a budget for May the 26th. And there are a couple of other things, some more things that have happened over the past year. But one thing, my husband has had some health issues. And they were big enough health issues that he is off work now for at least until the middle of June. And he has a couple of doctor's appointments, and they will decide if he can go back the middle of June. But we are in our second week of dealing with this, and so yes, we don't know exactly what his income is going to be. So I will say this matter of factly, that if it was not for budgeting, let me turn a little light on here. If it were not for budgeting, we would be in a terrible, terrible bind. And because we budget, we didn't freak out or anything whenever he has got either a loss of income or a dramatic decrease in income for the next, over a period of, say, 5 weeks. It'd probably be about what it is. And it's going to be it's going to be some sporadic monies coming in. We have Aflac hospitalizations, so we'll get a check from that when I get that paperwork sent in. Excuse me. We've got a truck out here on the side of the road that's for sale. There'll be some income coming in for that when that sells. It's just an extra truck that we had that we don't need. And I am doing a little sewing. I have retired from taking orders, but I've not retired from sewing, and I will not retire from sewing until I am absolutely too old to see the hole in the needle, or, you know, whatever, you know, reason that I can't sew. For health, or for somebody else's health, or for whatever reason, I will always sew. I've been doing it since I was 14. I'm 58 now, fixing a week from Sunday I'll be 59, and I've been sewing for 45 years, and that's just a habit that it's hard to stop. So, but I will be doing kind of developing new products is what I want to do. My sister's got a store. It's called Ann's Quilts and Country Store, and it's kind of like walking into an old country store. The furnishings in the store all kind of primitive looking, and then there's a lot of quilts for sale in there. She has quilters where I make the tops. Well, she makes tops also, but if I make a quilt top, I would take it to her and let her quilt it, and then I would pick it up and bring it home and finish putting the binding on and stuff like that. And then I make products for the store and take them up there, and she sells them and that's more lucrative some months than others. Let's just put it that way about that. It's some month right now with vacations and people on the ball field and all of that, then it's not as lucrative maybe right now than it has been around the fall of the year. Seems like people, spend more money in the fall of the year than they do any other time of the year. They like to decorate for fall, for Christmas, and we have all of that. And so, but I do get paid every month from there. It just varies. It's very much a variable income. So this time, our income is a big fat question mark, and I will know that in the morning. But we have to pay a firm, and it is $20.15. I budget payday from paycheck to paycheck, and so this is the ones that are due from tomorrow until the day before the next payday. Our storage is $40. Our life insurance is $112.33 for both of us. Our electric bill or power bill is $148.99, which is wonderful. I usually budget $250 for it each month, but I know it's $148.99 this time. Our water, I normally budget $30, and I got my bill. It's $24.44. Bank Independent is $225.65, and our Spectrum, which is our internet, is $72.98. Can y'all see what I'm doing here? Maybe I hope my light's not too dim. I have an LED light right on top of my sewing machine, and that's where I'm sitting, so I hope it's bright enough. And my husband's phone bill is $65, and that is a total of $689.36. And then our cash envelopes, which we pay cash when we do any kind of purchases, except for some of the bills. Some of the bills are automatic drafts, and some of the bills I send a check in, and some of the bills are close enough that I just go in and pay them. Most of them are I pay over the phone or with check. But when we go out and do purchases like gas, grocery, a little bit of spending money, which we don't have as much spending money right now because he's not going to work, and we are, I mean, he's able to do some things around the yard and around the house, but it does not require him to buy his lunch while he's at work. So he's not really doing any spending money right now, just a little bit. So if we decide to run to town for anything, our prescription cash envelope has made a dramatic change. I normally would put about anywhere between, I like to keep about $100 a month in there. My prescriptions for my heart medications are $17 a month with my insurance. His went from about $50 to between $400 and $500. So I'm really unsure about that. But the other day when he got out of the hospital and we had to go start picking up his medications from 2 different pharmacies, I had to start scrambling and taking money out of my groceries, taking money out of gas, taking money out of everything to pay for these medications. And I felt like, I just felt out of sorts and loose because that wasn't where the money was supposed to come from. So the RX is dramatically changed from what it normally was. And our doctor copay, we still have a little bit of money in there, but it needs to be spiced up because he is going to see about 3 specialists right now, and those are $30 a visit. And then if he goes to see his regular doctor, that's $20. So I need to jazz that one up a little bit too. And then I put date night. We go out every Thursday night to a restaurant where they do karaoke. He loves to do karaoke, and it's the same people in that restaurant that goes every Thursday night. So we've gotten to know all of them. They've become friends. So it's something that we really look forward to get out and do. So don't begrudge that. But our groceries will be doing $400. Our gas will only be doing $100. My gas, I can fill my tank up for about $65, $70, but it'll last me 3 weeks. I work at home. I work in my yard, in my shop, so I don't have to go that many places. The spending money's gone down from $300 to $100, and the RX has gone up to $250 for this paycheck, for this week's income. And then the doctor copay is going to go to $100, and date night is around $80 with tip and all of that. It's around $80. So that total is $1,030, I believe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, $1,030. Now the rest of the money, instead of going into all my sinking funds, my Christmas, my holidays, my pets, and all of that, I went through and closed up all of my sinking funds the other day, and I have those set aside, and I'm going to start fresh. But this, I've already got the holidays fully funded, the Christmas fully funded, which holidays is gas to drive to the South Alabama and back for Thanksgiving, because we always go to my daughter's house for Thanksgiving, and they come up here for Christmas. And I've got everything fully funded. Christmas, my house insurance, which I'll have to start that one again in July when that's paid. When the bill's paid, I have to start that one over again. Car maintenance at $770, vacations at $300, which we're going on vacation a week from Sunday, leaving my birthday. But that money has already been budgeted, already been saved, and already been set aside. But I do have $300 in a new vacation fund. Our meat budget, our meat sinking fund is at $550. These are just small little savings accounts for something big. And I buy meat about twice a year. Miscellaneous, $120. And then my kids' birthdays and all of that. Most of that's been fully funded. So I will start those sinking funds again and savings again. But that's when our income becomes, when he goes back to work, I'll start the sinking funds again. But for right now, everything that's left over will go into savings. So I will take this amount, deduct this amount first, the bills first, then I will deduct the cash envelopes, and then I will deduct the whatever's left I will put into savings. So it's pretty simple. When you don't have that much money, it's pretty easy to budget. But this is the budget from May the 26th until June the 8th. And then we will work with what we have then. Now, if I sell that truck is sitting on the truck is sitting on the side of the road in my front yard. If it sells between now and tomorrow, I will add the amount of that, the price of that truck to our income this week, and this will change completely. it really won't. It will just be more that I will put into savings. But like I said, I heard somewhere one day that somebody said that the average American is $400 away from a financial disaster. $400 away from a financial disaster. So if you were sick and you know, had a $400 emergency come up, it would be financially devastating to the average American. And that can be remedied by giving every dollar that you have coming in a place, a name, putting it there, keeping it there. And if you would just do that, then that $400 emergency, whether it be something you need something done to your car, or you have an unexpected trip because there's a death in the family, or because of just your washing machine, excuse me, your washing machine blowing up, or hot water heater going out, whatever, those little things like that can devastate the average American family. And thank the Lord that I started budgeting almost 3.5 years ago. I do it every week because I feel so out of sorts when it's not done. When you get in the habit of it, it just takes a minute to sit down and do this, and I'd be so out of sorts if I didn't do this every payday. And every time there's any income that comes in, anything, if we sell something on the marketplace, anything, I budget it all of it. And so, and like I said, it's such a peace of mind to know he's going to be off work for 4 to 5 weeks, could be 6 weeks. We don't know yet. He hasn't been to the specialist yet to say, yes, we want you to go, you can go back to work. Or yes, you can go back to work with reduced hours, or whatever. My husband is a paramedic. But this is why we have a peace of mind with him being at home and not, and excuse my red fingernail, I tried out some polish the other day and I hadn't took it off yet, but I got to do that. But it's such a peace of mind to know that we're not going to be devastated by this medical emergency. So, but that, I've been doing some embroidery. I've got a baby quilt that I want to do, and it's going to be with these sweet little pink and green elephants. And I will still be sewing, and I will still have things for sale, and I will still be teaching how to do things, but I won't be taking orders. Orders are something that it gets on my nerves. I mean, I explain to people over and over and over and over and over and over again the process, and everybody is of the attitude that you're sitting there waiting on me to give you something to do and you'll get right on it. No. You know, back when I was taking orders, I might have 25 quilts ahead of yours. So they would mail me the shirts, the t-shirts, one week, and the next week they'd send me a message, have you started on my quilt yet? No. Haven't even opened your box yet. Because it can get so overwhelming, and then you have a day that you don't feel like sewing that day. So you take a day off. Well, that puts you a little further behind. Or you have, you know, something that's going on that you can't turn loose of, and it keeps you from your sewing, and that puts you a little further behind. And then people, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Driving me insane. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to make some things that I want to make, teach some classes that I want to teach, and work on my own schedule. So I appreciate you all, and I know I've had a lot of people say, please start making videos again. Well, here you go. This is what's going on with us. My sister, I may have mentioned at the beginning of the video, was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer about this time last year, almost exactly this time last year. And but she has done very well. She has worked right through it, kept the store open, kept the quilting machine going. She has had a couple of days that she's went home early because she was tired and drug out, and she had to have a couple of infusions because her iron level will be too low for chemo. But she took her chemo, she took her radiation, she's in remission. We are so thankful for that. And so, you know, you never know what somebody is going through, especially when they do custom work. You never know what they're going through. So be patient with people when you order something custom, because, you know, they have a life too. They have a family, a life, and they're only human, and they have to take some time off every now and then, and they can't help it. But I think that's about all. I think of the last couple of videos I did, I shared about my little Jack, my little Jack Russell weenie dog that was paralyzed. He's doing wonderful. Cannot tell that there was ever anything wrong with him. I don't know if he had Lyme disease, or if, I don't know, if he had some kind of a virus. I don't know what happened to him. But we nursed him like a newborn baby for about 2 weeks. And he started trying to get up on his hind legs, and he'd fall over. And then he started swimming across the floor. On all 4 of his legs, he was swimming. And then he got to where he could get up and walk for a few steps and fall over. And he would walk for a few steps and fall over. And it was heartbreaking, because he didn't understand, why am I like this? Why can't I run across the yard and jump and play and wrestle with Rudy? What's wrong? But eventually he got to where he walked like a drunk person for a while. He would walk kind of lean to one side. And then the next thing you know, now he's running and playing and wrestling with Rudy, and he's doing wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And so thankful that he is still in our lives almost a year and a half later. So thank y'all so much. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will be doing another one tomorrow on our cash stuffing and exactly what we have left over after all this. This is what's got to be paid, what's got to be cash stuffed, what's got to be paid, but reveal the savings tomorrow when we do our cash stuffing. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.